Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I'm sure Alex already talked about at the beginning of his Raw review tonight, because he usually likes to talk about a few other wrestling topics before getting into the main meat of the review of the live stream, which is normally his review, of a show, either it's Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view, whatever. And like I said, I had to pause there because I was passing a house that had its door open. It was playing Starlight, Star Bright by Lucky Star by Madonna. And I just hit a boom in the background. Apparently these have been going off almost every moment. I would say every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, for the past hour and a half. And apparently they're coming from the direction of Jensen Road and Stir Road, and a lot of people are getting frustrated with this because the dogs are freaking out. And I told them basically that it's probably a bunch of teens or people that had too much to drink. But anyway, the reason I wanted to do this video as I'm heading home to have the place to myself, maybe for a tiny bit, not much, but for a tiny bit. The reason I'm doing this video is, like I said, Alex, when he does his live stream reviews, before he gets into the meat and potatoes, the main course of his live stream, which is the review of either Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Rampage, or even a pay-per-view, he likes to talk about some other wrestling news items. And one of those wrestling items I'm sure he probably talked about tonight, maybe he didn't, I have to watch the review later on when I get home, is about Tony Kahn and how Tony Kahn basically I just thought that was somebody, that was maybe my mom behind me or something like that, with the car, but anyway, like I was saying, to get back on topic, again, I'm not sure if he talked about it tonight. I'm sure he did, but if not, I want to give my, 2 cents on it, because I'm sure anybody that talks about wrestling here on YouTube, from It's Just Alex, at JD, at OTR Central, Good Mic Work, Solid Monster, and all them, will probably give their, opinions as well. But Tony Kahn, during the post-Revolution media scrum, basically the interviews, if you will, like how the NBA or the NFL or the MLB, does post-game, interviews, like conferences, if you will, media meetups and all that after the game, kind of like, well, let's say what the Oscars are going to do sometimes with the winners, these little media meetups, answer questions and all that. And I don't know what the heck that was. That was a flash. Might have been part of the boom that's been going on. I don't know. But anyway, Tony Kahn had one for AEW Revolution last night. And, he talked about Revolution and how good it was. But he also talked about Ring of Honor and, his recent purchase of it. And he said something very interesting that's gotten a lot of people curious, as to why he's going to, do this with Ring of Honor. And that is, he's going to be the one booking it, just like he is booking AEW. And obviously Alex on Facebook and Twitter and even YouTube, if you will, gave his opinion on that, gave his thoughts on that, and pretty much feels that that's a horrible idea. And I'm sure others feel similarly to an extent. Some may be okay with it, some maybe, along the same lines of, yeah, that's not a good idea, Tony, you should get somebody else. And of course, Alex is still of the strong belief, that this has got to be a work, and he's going to reveal Cody, Cody Rhodes, that is, as being the booker. But some people have come out and said that, this may not be a work, and this might be legit, or it could be legit, and Tony could do what he's doing right now with AEW, and that's the fact that not only is he booking, the shows, but he's utilizing teams to do so. In other words, he's consulting himself with a group of people, mainly, I'm assuming, Hall of Famers and legends in the business, to help him come up with ideas of how to book certain talent, young talent, future talent in AEW. People are coming out to his defense in a way and saying he'll probably do the same thing with Ring of Honor. And when I hear about this, yeah, it is kind of a surprise, because some people compare him to Ole Anderson and how Ole kind of almost lost it booking both Florida and Georgia, back in the day. And that he had to pass on one of them to somebody else to avoid going nutsoid. So, a lot of people are making those kind of comparisons, and because they don't want Tony Kahn to, fall trapped to the same vices. But to me, I think what's going on with Tony is he's trying to balance out. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's trying to balance out both the fan and the businessman, and, if you will, within him. He's trying to balance out both the fan, the wrestling fan, and the businessman, together. He's trying to merge them together, balance them together, so that way, he can find, a perfect balance, period, to incorporate into his everyday business transactions, along with his love for professional wrestling. That's what I see him trying to do. And, I say, let's let him do what he's got to do. Maybe he knows what he's doing. And, like I said, maybe he knows what he's doing, and, we just got to give him time. As some people would hypocritically say for both WWE and AEW, give it time, let's see how it plays out. If it bites him in the ass, it bites him in the ass, and it just exposes Tony as, hey, I'm just a fan that wants to show the world that this is what a wrestling company should be run like, and that if a fan can run it like this, why can't a billionaire run it like that, if you know what I mean. But anyway, though, guys, I say let's just give it a chance, see what happens, and just go from there. But until next time, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on Tony Khan revealing on the media scrum last night that he's going to book both Ring of Honor along with AEW. Do you think he'll succeed? Do you think he'll fall trapped to the same vice as Ole Anderson did? Or do you think maybe, just maybe, he might know what he's doing, and he might just take what he's doing with AEW right now and bring it over to ROH? Let me know what your thoughts are down below, as well as the live chat during the premiere. And I'm out, because I'm also home.